It's time for the old Chelsea check-in. Chelsea, you've always got a lot of blockbuster things on tap in the afternoon there in Nashville. What are you doing today?
I needed to take a nap. I told you how messed up my sleep schedule is from the
Yep.
national championship game on Monday. I've been taking naps from 4 to 6 p.m. So the goal today is not to nap from 4 to 6 p.m. because I wake up in a daze and I've been sleeping almost more during my naps than I do at night. So that needs to be rectified.
That's a huge goal, Chelsea. I think you can do it. Napping earlier. Really set the bar high there.
What? It is hard.
How long does it take you to wind down? See, for me, usually after this show ends at 9, I will probably be asleep at 10. I'm not even kidding. I'll wind down, I have a quick bite, and then I'll be out. Does it take you a while to wind down? I guess it's like any other job when once you get off, it takes a while just to sort of wind down and get into that mode. But I'm up so early and I'm so old that I can fall asleep almost immediately.
I also have the added factor of feeling guilty because I have a kid that, wants to spend time with me. So usually right after the show, we try to do something fun. Yesterday, we made our epic journey back to the trampoline park. And Jenks, I got to tell you, you got to go there. It feels amazing just bouncing on a trampoline. It sounds really stupid, but some of these things that I'm getting to relive through my child as a parent, because like half these things like you would never do as an adult unless you have a kid, going to trampoline parks, coloring, watching cartoons, eating fruit snacks and Capri Suns. I'm not gonna lie, it's been quite the experience and I kind of love it.
That sounds like a hell of a life. The only thing this is why I won't jump on a trampoline, because I've gotten to that point where it sounds like a blast. It's like playing basketball. I used to play basketball all the time. I loved hoops. But I know that once I do something that in my mind, I think I'm younger than I am. And I feel like if I get on the court or I get on a trampoline, immediately, like I tear my Achilles. Like my body's just going to break down and not be able to handle. I swear to God, I'm scared to death. Like I want to play basketball, but I'm like, oh man, you're going to try one crossover and your body's going to be like, oh, you're 48. Your leg just fell off. So I'm scared to death to do anything too active because I think I'm going to hurt myself.
Jenks, you only live once. Are you going to go to your grave just wondering what you could have done? You could have been bouncing on trampolines all this time and try being sad while bouncing on a trampoline. You just can't do it.
All right, I'm going to try that. I'm going to be the oldest guy at the trampoline park. I'll find one here in D.C. and just giggling, bouncing up and down. I'm like, oh, Chelsea was right. I'm going to have a fruit roll-up after this. Coming up next, it's BetQL Daily. In 40 minutes, the Joes and Aaron do their Prop Swap Masters Edition. And if you missed our baseball MVP draft, download and subscribe to the Daily Tip wherever you get your podcasts. All right, let's get back to it. Last night, pretty successful night. I was the big loser on this show. Even the Donkster won, Chelsea won, but it's a new day, so let's find out who we have the most faith in tonight.
Today's best bets.
Chelsea, you keep going back to the NBA. You got a winner last night. Give me another.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do? It's the only thing I can bet on right now. So until
you can
baseball
bet on hockey.
No, I don't know about hockey. No, Jenks, absolutely not.
Well, you said it's the only thing you can. That's not true. There are plenty of other sports out there, like the stick and puck,
which I know nothing about. So I'll stick with the association tonight and continue fading the Bulls against the best teams in the Eastern Conference. We saw it last night. The Bucks were my best play, laying the 4.5 against the Bulls. That was an easy winner. So the Bulls, not only on a back-to-back tonight against the best team in the Eastern Conference, at least defensively speaking, taking on the Celtics, they're also bad against the best teams in the Eastern Conference. Look at this record, 1-3 straight up against the top 4 teams in the East and 3-11 against the spread. Maybe it's 3-12 after last night, actually. So bad numbers against the top teams. So the Bulls are one of those teams that they look good against some of the decent teams in the league, but against the top-notch competition, DeMar DeRozan had 40 points last night, and they still lost considerably. Giannis didn't even play most of the fourth quarter. So it doesn't bode well that most of the team is not shooting well. Guys not named DeMar DeRozan. So no, I don't think it's a good spot for them against the Celtics, who coming into the postseason, one of the better defensive teams in the league. So I'm going to take the Celtics here, -6.5. They have the rest advantage as well. So yeah, let's go C's here tonight.
I guess I'll bet on hockey since it's the only thing I can bet on. That's my Chelsea Messenger impression. All right, Chelsea, here we go. I'm betting on a game right here in the nation's capital tonight. The Lightning visiting the Caps. Tampa Bay is minus 145 on the money line. The Caps are plus 120. Total set at 6. I am not betting against my Caps. But these two teams, when they met earlier this season, they met twice. The under has hit both times, but a lot has changed since then. Namely, the Lightning are playing great hockey right now. They've ripped off 19 goals in their last 5 games. And I hate to admit it, but that could be a problem for the Caps. They had issues in net. Vitek Vanacek, Ilya Samsonov, both have struggled between the pipes. They've given up 22 goals in their past 5 games, so neither goalie has been dependable this season. But the Caps can score as well. We know that they average 3.2 goals per game. And Andrei Vasilevskiy, even though he is one of the best netminders in the game, he's fallen off just a little bit over the past few weeks. I think we're going to see a shootout here. Give me over 6 goals between the Lightning and the Caps. It is minus 120 at BetMGM. And let's get back on the winning side, Chelsea. Where's that 8 ball?
8 ball's right here, brother. So let's ask it. 8 ball, do we like the Celtics laying, 6.5 points tonight against the Bulls? 8 ball, what do we think? Better not tell you now.
Response. Don't we get a better not tell you now every single day on this show? Well, first one, better not tell you now. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
8 ball's a coward. All right, 8 ball, you're going to have to give us an answer. Celtics minus 6.5. Do we like it, 8 ball? 8 ball says very doubtful. Great.
Okay. Very good. That's just great. So over this 8 ball.
All right, so Jenks likes the over, I think, in the Caps Lightning game.
Yes, Chelsea.
Is that correct?
Oh my God, yes. Do you know what the total was? If you get the total, I'm going to be so proud.
It's 6. It's written on the screen.
Oh God.
All right, so over 6 goals in Tampa Bay and Washington in the NHL, without a doubt.
That's my 8 ball. Big guy coming home. Big guy. Chelsea, show the people on Twitch the 8 ball. They love seeing the 8 ball. Oh, there it is. Chelsea, if you're saying to yourself, she looks like she could be a hand model, you're probably right. You can go to twitch.tv/BetQL. Check out Chelsea modeling the 8 ball. Chelsea, I know you have some. This is great radio, but it's great for Twitch. So give us your leans. I know you're all over the Masters. You have some plays. What are you looking at?
Yeah, since I think the Masters is teeing off during our show tomorrow, let's roll through my Masters plays.
All right.
They're not the sexiest of bets because some of them are top 20s, top 30s. Starting with Kevin Na, I'm going to take Kevin Na top 30 for plus 130. This guy's played in 10 Masters. Experience matters at Augusta, and he's finished well, including a 13th place at the 2020 Masters and 12th at the 2021 Masters. So 4 top 13 finishes in those 10 Masters appearances. I think you get a little bit more value here because he's been under the radar. He took some time off for the birth of his 3rd child, but he was back at match play at the WGC and advanced out of the group stage, made some good putts. So I'm not afraid that he's not out of form for this one. PGAtour.com actually has him 19th on their power rankings entering the Masters. So the fact that you can get plus money on Kevin Na to finish in the top 30, I think is a solid value play. Jenks, are you doing any of your Masters plays here?
I'll go, you know what? I'll go Will Zalatoris top 5 at 6-1. This is a guy who's playing such good golf, and we've talked about him, and really the only weakness in his game right now is his putting, but he's got a new putting stroke. He's been working on that. He's leading, I believe, the entire tour from tee to green. We know how important that is, and I think he's due for a breakthrough. I don't know if he wins this thing, but I like 6-1 the odds there, so that would be my Masters play.
Zalatoris top 30. Will the Thrill has been a cash cow for me in top 20 bets. He's plus money this weekend, plus 110. So I'm going to do that for the reasons that you mentioned. And then also Cam Smith plus 275 to finish in the top 5 of the Masters. He's a guy that has profiled pretty well for a guy that looks to win the Masters this year. 3 top 10s this year, co-runner-up at the 2020 Masters, and the best scoring average on tour averaging a 67. So not a ton of blowups, and also top 8 in approach and putting. So an all-around great golfer. I don't think the nerves are going to be there because, like I said, he has played this course well before. So I'm going to go Cam Smith top 5 plus 275.
Chelsa has 74 bets on the Masters. I love to see it. Good luck, Chelsa. Let's check in on the old Dogster, your BetQL 5-star best bet. For insight, analysis, historical trends, and more 5-star best bets, download the BetQL app. Let's see what the Dogster has to say. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Chelsa, I cannot wait to hear your take on this. The Thunder are visiting the Jazz. Both teams are on the back end of a back-to-back. Utah is laying 16.5 points. And the Donkster says, doot. I think the Jazz are going to cover. 16.5 points against the Thunder, who is the second best covering team in the NBA. Don't be mad at me, Dad. Do I hear the donkey? Do I hear him? Wait. What?
Oh, there he is.
You dumb donkey. Laying 16.5. Chelsa, are you tailing the Donkster here?
No, nothing screams 5-star best bet like laying 16.5 points in the final week of the regular season in the NBA. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not tailing this bet. I don't want to sweat the 16.5. So no, I get that OKC is all but folded on the season, but listen, they've won 2 straight games for OKC. I know Utah's good, but 16.5, absolutely no way.
Ridiculous. All the games. And by the way, why don't I ever see a hockey pick from the Donkster? I think he's jealous that old dad likes the old stick and puck. We'll see how he does, but laying 16.5 against the Thunder, that is preposterous. The donkey should be ashamed of himself. You sit there in the dark in your studio, Donkster. That's what you deserve. This is a guaranteed loss.